welcome to the tutorials for Flame Trees. This is our second a cappella song that we're learning for the year, and again, like Don't Dream It's Over from term 1, it is contemporary a cappella, and by that we mean that you're going to be sometimes singing the melody, you're sometimes singing some harmonies, like you might be strings or a piano in the background, or sometimes you're on the rhythm. Did I say sometimes you're the melody? I think so. So it means you're playing different roles, and you need to understand how to sing when you're playing the different roles. And we'll talk more about this in term 2. But it just means, again, being louder and more forward in your tone when you have the melody, and being back in your tone and more neutral when you've got some oohs and ahs, or you're not the harmony. But what we're doing here is really just about getting those notes in there. The crafting of the song can only come when we're in rehearsals. Because it's a cappella, it will again take longer to put together. This is more complex than some of our other songs. It's a difficult arrangement. It's been inspired, so obviously it's Cold Chisel song, written by Don Walker and Steve Presswich, made famous by Jimmy Barnes' Cold Chisel. But our version is inspired, not based on, but inspired by the idea of North version. So Daniel's done this arrangement. It is difficult. We're not going to pretend it's not. There is some repetition in that makes it easier, but there's a lot to think about in this. And again, we haven't got the backing track carrying us along. So it will take longer to pull together, but it will be worth it. It will be partnered with Don't Dream It's Over in our performance. In our second act, we'll ease on in with our softer, more gentle songs, Into My Arms and Konomi, and then we'll go into our a cappella ones. It'll be a beautiful set. But it's going to take a little bit to put it together. So I'm glad you're here and that you're giving some time to this one. It's written as soprano, alto, baritone. The baritone does have some splits. Sometimes it's octaves and sometimes it's a lower harmony for the basses when it gets too high. So Daniel's been an absolute darling and has done 2 tutorials for you. So one for the tenors and one for the basses, baritone basses, for when it gets a bit too high. There is clicking and clapping in this one. Now, Daniel recorded his tutorials a week or so ago, and we hadn't had a conversation about this, so he hasn't put it into his, but I'm teaching the sopranos and the altos with the percussion along the way. And if you're going to record this one for the virtual choir recordings, I would love you to put the percussion in. So if you're a tenor or a baritone, a tenor or bass following Daniel's tutorials, don't worry, unless you're really confident with the clicking, don't worry about it, because Daniel's not doing it on screen. Not all the sopranos and altos will do it, only those people who are comfortable and it doesn't compromise your singing. We just need some people visually. We can put the clicks in afterwards, but we need some people visually doing this. Otherwise it'll be weird to hear the claps and clicks. So don't stress baritones, don't worry about it for now, but sopranos and altos, I'm going to teach you the clicks and the claps as I teach you the your singing parts. Now remember, we don't record this one in our rehearsal rooms, because it's a cappella, so we can't get all of the choirs singing exactly the same timing and pitch. So if you want to be in the virtual choir recording for this one, and it will be stunning, I recommend you have a look and consider doing an individual recording. If you've not done one for a while, or you've not done one before, check out the instructions below. So if you click on the YouTube link in the description, there is another link, excuse me, takes you to the virtual choir page or the website, and a little explanation of why and how you can do it. If you've not done it before, maybe this is the one. Ask me if you have any questions. If you're going to record it, please wear something flame coloured, so red, orange, rust, black, if you haven't got any of those colours. Be measured. There are lots of times we're going to try and speed up, particularly when we add the clapping in, but you need to keep control and watch your director. They are the metronomes for this one. Let's just give it a go. Let's dive in. It's not the most difficult thing you've ever sung. Well, it might be. Shouldn't be. Let's see how we go. Tenors and basses, you're with Daniel. Sopranos and altos, you're with me. Good luck. Sopranos, here we go. I'm going to put the click in to start with.
Kids out driving Saturday afternoon, just passed me by. I'm just savoring familiar sights. We share some history, this town and I. And I After all this time, you boys look just the same. Number two is the happy hour of one of two hotels. And number three is never say her name. Oh, the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's a to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Ooh, needs the sentiment anyway. Oh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the piano stands. Oh, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in a day? All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's number three is never say her name. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Oh, the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around.
All right, so you've got a fair bit of melody there, sopranos. Let's dig into it. So right back to the top, we've got kids are driving Saturday afternoon, just pass me by, don't hold by. I'm just savoring familiar sights. So sights is longer than by. Try those. 3 and kids are driving Saturday afternoon, just pass me by. I'm just savoring familiar sights. You're with the baritones for half of that. They split on I'm just savoring and then back on familiar sights. Then the baritones take over the lead. And there's one we share some history, this town and I. One, this town and I, and I can't stop that forgotten feeling of her. But my voice can stop. I'm going to try it again from 9. So we come in on 4. 1, 2, 3. We share some history, this town and I, and I can't stop that forgotten feeling of her. Good luck. Time to book a room and stay the night. You find your way back to the melody. Let's do it again, see if I can get the... Actually, let's put the other parts in, because we need them for context. And then if my voice doesn't work, you still get some notes. We're going to have a click to bring us in.
Kids out driving Saturday afternoon, just pass me by. I'm just savoring familiar sights. We share some history, this town and I. And I can't stop that forgotten feeling of her. Time to book a room and stay the night.
Okay, how'd you go? So the best way is just to keep repeating that. So do not go on to the next bit until you have got that. Then we're into interlude 1. Now the clicks start on the night. Time to book a room and stay the night. Ooh. That's easy, that's the interlude. Go from time to book a room. 3 and 1. Time to book a room and stay the night. Oh, there's no clicking on time. Time to book a room and stay the night. Ooh. Fair enough. Then we're at verse 2. And we're backing here and we've got ooh, you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. Let's try that from 23. So 4 counts, 4 counts, 1 count. 2, 3, and ooh, you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. Then we wait. I was talking, so I didn't count. Just the same. 1, 3. Number 2 is the happy hour at 1 of 2. Oh. So, the way it goes is, after all this time, you boys look just the same. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Number 2 is the happy hour at 1 of 2 hotels. So what I want you to do is listen to how it fits with the alto part. Let me just turn them up a bit. We're coming into verse 2, 23.
Number 1 is to find some friends to say you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same.
Then just listen. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
Number 2 is the happy hour at 1 of 2 hotels.
So the altos come in first. Number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2. So let's go from after all this time. 27, 3, and after all this time, you boys look just the same. 3 and 1. Number 2 is the happy hour at 1 or 2 hotels. Do 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 do. Oh. So that's going to make no sense at all, but it's quite lovely. So I'm going to go from number 2. It goes 1. Number 2 is the happy hour at 1 or 2 hotels. Do 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 do. Sorry, I shortened the do's. Number 2 is the happy hour at 1 or 2 hotels. Do 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 do. So we're coming in after 3, or we're coming on number 4 for number 2. We're coming on beat 4 for number 2. 1, 2, 3. Number 2 is the happy hour at one of 2 hotels. Do do dum, do do dum, do do dum, do do. Try it again with the clicks. 2, 3, and 1. Number 2 is the happy hour at one of 2 hotels. Do do dum, do do dum, do do dum, do do. And then just to finish this verse, and number 3 is never say her name. 1 and number 3 is never say her name. So let's try let's go from interlude 1 through verse 2.
Time to book a room and stay the night.
Ready?
Number 1 is to find some friends to say you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. Number 2 is the happy at one of 2 hotels. And settle into the play. Do you remember so and so? And number 3 is never say her name.
I just want to check where the clicks stop.
And number 3 is never.
And now 1 and number 3 is never say. So we'll bring the hands down on never. How'd you go with that? Let's do the chorus and then we'll run it from the top. So because your chorus is quite simple because it's mostly melody, I think. So we are now at chorus 1 bar 42. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's a ooh to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Ooh. So mostly the melody, but not all of it is the melody. So we start on the melody at 42, 3, 4, 1. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's a ooh to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Ooh. Couple of things. It's quite hard to get through from everything to believe without a breath, so you're just going to need to sneak one in there. There's no formal breathing place. There's no change, there's no pace. Breathe. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe. So just drop a syllable somewhere, but breathe where you need to. That she won't be around. Ooh. Then you'll see here this little rainbow with an I in the middle is a pause. So we haven't done the pause very well on the learning tracks because the metronome keeps going, but we will probably put a really nice pause in there before we carry on. For the moment it's quite rigid, but it will be much more free feeling there. Let's try the chorus with the other parts in there.
And settle into the play. Do you remember so and so?
Number 3.
All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace, everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Ooh.
How are you feeling about that? We might go from the very beginning of the song, right from the start up to the end of the chorus. Here we go.
Kids out driving Saturday afternoon just passed me by. I'm just savoring familiar sights. We share some history, this town and I. And I can't stop the forgotten feeling of her. Time to book a room and stay the night. Number one is to find some friends to say you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. Number two is the happy I've won up to hotels and settle into play. Do you remember so and so? And number three is never say her name. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace, everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Ooh.
Okay, if you're still unsure about any of those parts, if you're not matching me really well, go over them again before continuing. Oh, we're now at our bridge, and we've got ooh, whoa, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. And this part gets a bit crazy. So we've got 8 counts for woo, for ooh, 2, 2, 3 for woe. So ooh, whoa, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Try it again. 2, 3, and ooh, ooh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Then at bar 66, whoa, and there's a girl. Whoa, and there's a girl falling in love with a piano. I should have breathed. Whoa, and there's a girl falling in love with a piano that stands. Whoa, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. This bridge is your hardest part, Sopranos. I just found it really like, what? Because because I don't know the middle section of this song, the original song very well. So I was like, where's the girl coming from and the pianola, and I'm so confused. So let's go it again. So we're going from 59, 2, 3, and ooh, whoa, sorry, breathing, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Whoa, and there's a girl falling in love with a pianola stands. Whoa, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. Let's put it with the other part, see if it makes a bit more sense. Here we go.
Ooh, needs that sentiment anyway. Oh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the pianola stands. Oh, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay.
I just want to listen to something in there.
Who needs that sentiment anyway? Oh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends.
So what I haven't sung very well, it's not wrong, but it's not quite right enough. And I'm happy just to sit at a table. And I'm happy just to sit at a table. Try it. And I'm happy just to sit at a table. So the 2 comes down.
Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the pianola stands.
Where the pianola stands. Have I sung that correctly?
Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the pianola stands. Oh,
And there's a girl falling in love where the pianola stands. Try that. 1. And there's a girl falling in love where the pianola stands. Whoa. Let's try the whole bridge again.
who needs that sentiment anyway? Oh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the pianola stands. Oh, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay.
Keep going over that until you've got that really strongly. Okay. Then you've got to carry the key change. Have a listen to it.
Do you remember?
So the baritones and altos will actually make the key change. You need to cement it. So if we're going back to
He'll go or if he'll stay. Do you remember? Nothing stopped us on the field in a day.
and then we have to make the key change again. But let's get the key change going in there. I'm going to keep doing it with the other parts. There's no point in doing it without them because they set it for us.
Or if he'll stay. Do you remember? Nothing stopped us on the field in a day. All the flames.
Going to do it again from that R that brings brings us in.
Stay.
Oh, sorry. This one.
Or if you stay, do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in a day? All the flame trees will fly.
So we have to get that flame tree, or the right. Let me go back to the other key.
In a day,
All the. So we're going from a A to a G sharp. Well, it's actually a B, but we're singing the word day. To a G sharp. So minor third, G sharp. Yeah. Let's go again.
do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in a day? All the flame trees will fly.
So I want to go all the way from the bridge in through those key changes.
That she won't be around.
Ready?
Ooh, he's not sentiment anyway. Oh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the piano stands. Oh, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in a day? All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's a number 3.
All right, and then it changes. And I forgot to move to the claps. So well done. Keep running those bridge and interlude if you need to. We're at chorus 2. We start on the melody. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. Also, you need to avoid what I do sometimes. Will blind the weary. Blind the weary. We're not singing it like that. Blind the weary driver. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. Then you start as if you're going to carry on. And there's driver. And there's a number 3 is never say her name. So you change there. Then you're back to there's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe. And I'll get to the round in a second. So it's all stuff you've sung before, but it's smashed up together. Let's go from the entry to chorus 2. Oh, 3, 4, 1. Oh, the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's a number 3 is never say her name. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe. So all that is quite familiar with a clap. And then you've got that she won't be around. That she won't be around. Try it again. 3 and 1. That she won't be around. Then you go straight into all the flame trees will blind the weary driver. I didn't breathe. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. Now Now, did we sing that earlier on? No. Earlier on, we did, and there's a ooh to this town. So now we just flip, rather than the oots, we're putting some words to it. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. And town is much longer before. Before we were holding it for 4 counts. Now we're holding it for 6 and taking only a quick breath before there's no change. And there's no change is exactly the same as what you sung before. And then the only difference is that she won't be around is down on the melody. So from chorus 3, let's go from that she won't be around at 94. 3, 4, 1. That she won't be around. Oh, the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. That she won't be around. And the clapping finishes after believe. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. So can we, before my voice gives out completely, can we do interlude to the end? Interlude 2 to the end.
Anyway.
Just finding out where we are.
And I'm happy just to sit at a table. And there's a girl. And I'm wondering if
Here
he'll
we go.
go.
Interlude
Or
2.
if he'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in a day? All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's number 3 is never saying her name. There's no change, there's no place. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Oh, the flame tree will blind the weary driver. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its space just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around.
How'd you go? So I don't think I need to teach you anything again in that last bit. You just need to keep repeating that double chorus, which means that's the entire song taught. Might not be the entire song learned, but it's the entire song taught. Not that I can actually speak, let alone teach. So your job now is to try and get it all consolidated, be that with this tutorial, be it with the learning tracks, be it at rehearsal or sectionals, or combination of all of the above. And then to try and come here and sing it all the way through with me and see how you go. You can try now and see which bits you've picked up and which bits you haven't. It's always a great reckoning, working out where we're different and where you need to go and pay a bit more attention to. Then, if you're going to record it for me, and remember, the only way you can be in the video for this one is if you do an individual recording, then you come back here to press record in a moment. You're going to wear anything flame coloured, so anything red, rust, orange, probably even pinky you can get away with. And if you don't have any of those, wear something black. It does matter for this one because it's everyone on screen, no choirs, we can make quite a good visual impression. If you're not sure how to do it, check the description below. All right, we're going to give it a crack. I'm going to have the click in for the first part of the song, and I'm going to take it out after the pause. Do not speed up. Watch me, and it's going to be when you're doing it live, watch your director. Do not speed up, particularly when the clapping comes in. Put the clapping and the clicking if you can. If it doesn't compromise your singing, I'd love you to do it, but if it compromises your singing, you will not be the only one not doing it. Okay? All right, if you're going to record it, please press record now. Kids Out is where we're going to start. Here we go.
Kids out driving Saturday afternoon, just passed me by. I'm just savoring familiar sights. We share some history, this town and I. And I can't stop that forgotten feeling of her. Time to book a room and stay the night. Number one is to find some friends to say you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. Number two is the happy hour of one of two hotels. And number three is never say her name. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's a to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Who needs that sentiment anyway? Oh, and I'm happy just to sit at a table with old friends. Ooh, and there's a girl falling in love where the piano says, oh, and I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in a day? All the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's number three is never say her name. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Oh, the flame trees will blind the weary driver. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around.
I missed the last clap. Harder to believe that she won't. So you do clap after the word believe. Don't worry if you didn't. Absolutely no problem at all. So if you were recording it, well done. Do not listen to it back. As long as it was mostly right, send it to me and I will work it out with all the others. If you didn't record it, you're still learning. Good luck with it. I hope you enjoy pulling this one together in rehearsals. As I said, it won't be easy, but it will be worth it. So thank you for your efforts and for being here to do the extra learning to make it easier at rehearsals for you and your MDs. Thank you very much.